You just saw part of the stud name trend, or you will hear about it circulating online right now. It involves putting these studs on the, well, I didn't write that, so Noah wrote that. I wouldn't have wrote it that way, putting these studs on the spot. I don't even feel comfortable saying that, and asking them for their stud nickname and their government name. We have some members of Houston's own, I'm not saying that, so no. Joining us, the producer, y'all friend, joining us now, KB and Peace. Glad to have you all here on the Factor Uncensored.
You're real petty for this.
I did not write that. You know when I write it. We have KB and Peace here. So when we talk about so-called stud names, KB, so you go by KB, so what is your name?
Kanisha.
Really?
Kanisha. It is.
And Peace?
Peace.
That's your government
My real name is Porphyria. Porphyria. See? And
she sounds like a superhero.
It is.
That ain't fair. That's not fair. That's not fair. Yeah, that's not fair.
You can call me either or. I don't really have a stud name.
No, because mine girly. Mine girly. Like, hers still sound like she can still, no. Yeah. Like, that's not fair. That's not fair.
And so, why the so-called stud name, KB?
It just, I don't know. Kanisha to me just it doesn't fit. Like when you see me, like I don't know. You don't see Kanisha. Like that's for my mama. My mama could call me that. But like to me, I mean, it's KB, and I think that started back in middle school with playing basketball and all that type of stuff. It was KB 33. Like it was simple, it was easy, and we moved on from it. Like I'm that Kanisha, don't call me that in the streets. That's my government. Like, and unless you the feds and whatnot looking for me, baby, don't call me that. So don't y'all use that for everybody because y'all will do that. Got me on TV using my government name.
And me, I don't mind. I don't really have a stud name. It's more of an artistic business type name for me.
Ooh.
And it's easier to say Peace than Porphyria. So I don't really have that way.
But why do you think some women do it in the
like
LGBTQ plus community?
I think it's a persona. Like you can't be dressed like Brandon, but be called Brenda. So I think it's a persona, an alter ego, and I don't think it's stud specific. You have street names from guys who sell drugs or go to the streets. Their names are not their government names. They got B-Rock.
Would you consider it like a nickname or?
Yeah, I think it's a nickname more so than anything. But I tread lightly with that too, because some really do want that male name, and some don't really care about that. So,
mine was just the initials, friend. It was just easier. You know, because you be trying to talk to people, introduce yourself to somebody, and just walk up and be like, hey, my name's Kanisha. Like, babe, we ain't got time for all that. Yeah. It's KB.
I definitely think it's an identity thing. I identify as masculine. I identify as this guy or this stud, so address me as such.
And do some go as far as identify as this guy, but clearly they're still women.
Yeah, which is why it's funny.
I like my femininity, though. I ain't much gonna hold you. I like my femininity. It really just quiet as it's kept on my side of the street. It was easier to shorten the name for the stuff that I was doing. Like it started out in basketball, and then once I started the entertainment industry, KB it flowed. Yeah. Oh, it's Kanisha. But when people ask me my name, I'm quick. And I put my little girl voice on for you too.
And that's what we see.
It will.
They'll get.
I like my femininity.
What I consider a masculine voice when they say the so-called stud name, and then they soften up when they say their birth name from their parents.
Because you are who you are.
Yeah.
And that's the balance of it all. I think that's the.
Let's take a look at this clip really quick.
Yo, what's your stud name? Tay. What's your real name? Amber.
What's your stud name?
Sean. They can't hop out on them and dump.
What's your real name?
Courtney.
I identify with Courtney. I'm with Courtney on this one.
It's funny because it's like I'm exposed.
Yeah, exactly.
I'm Courtney.
But many of them are okay with it. You are okay with it.
Absolutely.
I think that's a primitive way of thinking. In a new bonded world and today's gender and society, it depends on. It's really fluid. It's more fluid.
And what about in a relationship if you're with another female who may be the more feminine? Does she want a name like KB, or does she want a name like, you know?
So you asking, does the feminine woman want?
Yeah.
My name is Bay.
Yeah, in a relationship, that's
Yeah.
a different
That's
relationship.
a
different
Bae.
dynamic.
Yeah, that's a different dynamic, totally. Yeah.
My name is Bae.
But normally they have their own name. You know, they have that whatever their government name is. Yeah. Some have nicknames, but again, that's why I don't think
But
it's
you
a
also,
stud.
too,
I
you
don't think
gotta
it's a stud name. I think it's a
I was gonna say,
nickname.
but you got to remember though, studs aren't trying to pretend to be men.
Right.
Like you only got one or two options though, Isaiah. Either I'm out here in heels and skirts, or I'm wearing sneakers and shorts. So what I'm saying, like that don't mean I want to be a man. Like I'm still a woman at the end of the day. So no, it ain't
How would you best describe it?
like being a stud.
Yeah.
I'm just a masculine lesbian. That's it. So you got feminine dudes, like they straight, but they soft, like they feminine. Yeah, they feminine, and sometimes like they be considered gay. They be so soft, but they be a heterosexual male. It's the same thing when it comes to lesbians. That we're women who like other women, but I just wear sneakers and tennis shoes.
Are you comfortable?
Is friend, you know
Yeah,
it.
yeah.
Friend, you know it, getting it. You know it. I was actually playing with you. You know it. Y'all know it too.
Pulling them
Getting
all.
it.
Pulling them all. Ain't leaving none.
Getting them, you know it, friend. Quit playing.
Thank you guys for joining us here on the Fan. I'm not saying guys. but-
Oh, yeah.
See, you
See,
emotional.
there you-
You too sensitive.
See, it's all good.
So